Hello, this is Astro Breeze, and I want to talk a little bit about the ephemeris today. We've talked about this before, but it's such an important tool for an astrologer to have. It just is like the whole. It's how all the planets are, where we can look backward in time, forward in time, to see the motion of these planets. And I've thought about this for a long time. I mean, I've been in astrology a long time, and I have a deep reverence for Jesus, for a spiritual path, and I just cannot find anything wrong with looking at the planets as they progress in the sky. I think that the powers that be in control of things nowadays for a long time has relished this for themselves and poo-poos it for the common person, demonizes it, and makes it like it's a bad thing. I've investigated this thoroughly on myself. I mean, I encourage everybody else to do their own, but this is just basic knowledge of planetary paths. If you celebrate and understand or honor your birth date, then you're partaking in astrology. You have to track and know that the sun is the same place it is on your birthday. Today's the 24th of October, 2023, and next year the sun just moved into Scorpio yesterday. And next year at this time, the sun will move into Scorpio again, the same degree, same thing. It's a little different time, a few hours are a bit different, but it's um, it's it's celestial clockwork. It's a clock. It's not the Julian clock. It's not the Galilean clock. It's not any of the clocks. It's the universal clock. It's the timing. It's the way the sun. How we track, how we use the sun and the planets around us. As we go, I mean, that's how they appear. Everything's got to be self-centered from your perspective, because that's where you're seeing, and we're on Earth. It's from our perspective here. So what happens when we look at an ephemeris? This is just telling us where the sun is, and the moon and Mercury, all the planets in order going out from sun, except for the Earth, because it's from our perspective. So we'll see the day. If we look at this one, this was for May 2023, this year, and we see the day, May 1st, and you see that little round circle with the dot in the middle is the sun, and then the moon. I guess I can point it. Sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and then the North Node. So we can look and see where things are every day. This is knowledge. You know this, you know a lot. And if you know basic astrology, you can tell a lot from this. Secrets are kept from us. And this is one of them. Astrology is one of them. So how do we read this? We see that it says 10, and then there's a sign, it's Taurus. That little circle with the little hat, their little thing is Taurus, and it says 23. It's 10 degrees, 23 minutes. The next day, it moves about a degree, a little less than that, a degree-ish a day. You see, it's 11:21. It's kind of like 58 minutes, I would say, and then 12:19. So it's not quite a full, but that's why each day it's about a degree. I think the sun moves about a degree a day. Yeah, goes all the way down. All right, the moon moves a lot faster. Okay, you'll see its sign. Let me go back to the sun. This was May, so in May it was Taurus, so we see it goes into Gemini on the 22nd. It was 0 degrees, 41 minutes, and we don't know the time on this. Actually it's 0 Greenwich, but like where where are you on the planet and what time you are? So this is according to the Greenwich Mean Time. The 0 degrees. So here it moves on the 22nd, showing it moves into the next sign, and then it will continue down. We'll go to the next month in a minute. So then the moon here on the 1st of May, at this certain same time, is 14 degrees Virgo, 34 minutes. And then the next day it moves 12 degrees a day. See, look, so 14 plus 12 is 26. So we have 26 Virgo, 50, and I'm not going to do the math this way because we go up to 30 and then we go again. Does that make sense? All right, I'll do it. Okay, so from 26 to 30 is like 4, right? And then from like 0 to 9, we got 9, and 4 is like 13 degrees. So it's a little less. It's like 12 degrees because I just rounded up. And that would get us to 9 Libra. And we have 12 again. Now we get pretty close to, 21. We said 21 and some odd. And so there we go, 22. All right, so it takes 2.5 days to move through each sign. So we can see it's like 2 days, right? And if it's AM, PM, you'll see that's 2.5. So here, like, look at Taurus. I mean, right here on the ninth, Capricorn. It's like it starts at that time and it's like all day and then all the next day. And then we got like 3 days here. It's like 2.5 days, but it just depends on how it falls. So we can track the moon and we can know this, and then we can know that certain signs are barren and fertile, and it's every other. If we start up here with Virgo, that's a fertile sign, and we go to Libra, it's barren. We go to Scorpio, that's fertile. Sagittarius, barren. Capricorn, fertile. Aquarius, barren. Pisces, fertile. Aries, barren. Taurus, fertile. Gemini, barren. Cancer, fertile, and Leo, barren. So if you're fishing or planting, you would, probably want to fish or plant on the more fertile signs, just is something to know. I mean, there's more to gardening by the moon, but I would at least try to plant on a fertile day. If I wanted to get rid of bugs, maybe like cut my hair if I didn't want it to grow, or like if, you shave your legs, or, shave your armpit hairs, or, have a haircut that you don't want to grow fast, you would do it on a barren sign. Again, or eradicate bugs, things you don't want to do on that moon sign. All right, moving on to the next one, we see Mercury, and we see it says 11 Taurus 57, but it's in red. This is when it was retrograde, and it's retrograde for like 3 weeks. It started in April because it's only, let's see, 15 here, so it's like at the end of April. As we go down, we see its degrees going backwards. But we know that planets don't back up and go backwards in the sky. It just, it's like it goes kind of like behind the sun, or, and it makes it look like it's a different perspective. It makes it look like it's going backwards, but it's not. It's just from our perspective. So anyway, you'll see how it looks like it actually tracks backward from our perspective. Here it goes 5 Taurus 51, and then it turns direct, and then it goes 5 again. Now, very interesting, the eclipse that is happening this Friday is going to, it's going to be at 5 degrees Taurus. And it's interesting that Mercury, it's got that degree right here, right when it changed from retrograde to direct. I think it's kind of interesting. So it will kind of be resonating that a little bit. It's kind of just an odd thing, but anyway, here's Venus, and you can see how it's moving, right? And she's direct here. She did go retrograde, but we'll go look at these. Here's Mars, and you can see it's moving forward. It's all dark. And then they have these here, the stripe on this ephemeris, the different color, just to let you know it's a week apart. On the 7, it's like one is plain, but then 7, 14, 21. Okay, so we can see all the other planets here, and then Pluto here is retrograde. It just turned, retrograde, and because it's here in a different color. Now let's go ahead a month. Come on, there we go. Here's June. Let's see, is anything else go retrograde here? Let's just look. You see more retrograde. Okay, Saturn has gone retrograde here. Neptune went retrograde. See, they're all kind of going in retrograde season. As we go through the summer, here's Venus already went retrograde here. When was that? It was in August. It was just before that. But you see how many, planets. Here we go. I think there we go. So by September, look at how many we had retrograde. And then Mercury went again. So, beginning of September, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 retrograde. The sun never goes retrograde, but we only had 2 here that weren't. So that was very interesting time. There was a lot of backward kind of energy stuff there because there's so much was there. So one by one, they've all started to almost all of them go direct. But this is really cool with the ephemeris because you can look ahead and see different things. Like here we saw, like right here, this looks funny. This says 12 degrees, and this little sign that looks funky because it's so crushed up is Leo. So Venus was in Leo, and let's go back a month because it was retrograde. It was in Leo. Let's go back 2 months. Okay. So here in June, we see, if we look down the column of Venus, let's just see this, see how it's cruising through Cancer. The sign is Cancer here. Then it moves into Leo. It's getting going in Leo, and it's having fun because it's in Leo. Move further down. Let me see, but anyway, it's over here. It goes here to 20 degrees, and then let me go ahead, and you'll watch it now. At the column of Venus, go July, and then we have 21, and she's going, and then she's like, what, on the 24th, you see it, 23rd, 24th, it moves into, it starts to retrograde. But what's interesting here is you can watch the slowdown. It's like here, as we go back up to the top, is 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, now for 3 days, 27, 27, 27, 27, 28, 28, 28, 28, 28, 28, right? And then it goes retrograde, 28, 28, 28, keep looking. 28, 28, 28, Leo, 28, Leo, all the way almost to the end of the month. So if you had anything at 28 Leo or anything square to that, it was stepping on you for a while, or opposition. Say you had your sun is at 28 Aquarius, or your moon was at 28 Aquarius, the opposite side of Leo. You could have been like wrecked a little bit, it could have been opposing you, could have been just like, if you have Aquarius energy at that 28 degrees, then maybe you weren't getting your Venusian things that you wanted. Maybe things weren't going your way. If you had anything square to that, maybe you had something at 28 Taurus or 28 I can't think of a name of it. Scorpio. Those are also fixed signs, and that could have been exacerbating that as well. If you had Sun, Moon, Rising, or your own Venus at 28 degrees of Taurus or Scorpio. So you can see how this would be beneficial. If you know that, it's like, well, maybe this isn't the best time for me to make an investment while it's retrograde. It may not go my direction. I may wait for it, Venus, to go direct. Say it was at that 28 degrees, just squaring the hell out of a bunch of stuff in your chart. Maybe your Mars or your moon, or whatever. And it might not have been the best time for you to make a purchase, maybe a big purchase or something. So it might have been waste of time or money, or drag you through not hole backwards. So if you waited for Venus to go direct, then you have much more smooth sailing. And we a lot of times don't like to do big expenditures or whatever when Venus is retrograde, if you can all help it. But sometimes you can't, and you just have to work through things the best you can. You can't be perfect on stuff, but at least you might know. But if you don't have anything at that exact thing and it's not piling up, then you may not be as affected as bad. All right, so just a little bit on the ephemeris and about timing and how to use it. Let's just go quick to now. We're in October, and you see, we still have the outer planets retrograde. So that energy is still there. Let's see, they should start to go direct. Let's look. Here's Pluto. Pluto's the first one. So this month, already had it on the 12th. The 12th of October, you can see Pluto went direct. And look, like Pluto is here at 27 Capricorn. So if you got something at 27 Capricorn or 27 of any of the cardinal signs, you got this deep Plutonic energy squaring, opposing, conjuncting something of yours, and it could be going deep. It's like you get rid of this stuff. Let's go ahead a month. Saturn, yeah, Saturn right up here on the, looks like on the 5th, it goes direct. Start to see it going, changing degrees. Is like 31, 31, 32 degrees, so it's starting to go forward. Saturn, oh, get off of my Saturn. And then let's go ahead. Let's continue look. So that's clearing up. Let's see, we had that one. Neptune goes next. It's in December on the 7th. It goes direct. Neptune goes direct. And then let's see when the last one. That one, Uranus. No, it's not direct yet. That was maybe at the end of the month. I thought it was in January. Let's scroll down. Uranus. Oh, it might be on the 1st. No, I didn't look at it. Okay, well, my bad. Sorry. Whoops. Didn't hit the right button. There it is. Okay, so Uranus, you see this column. Keep your eye on this column here while I go backwards. So look at that, 19, 19, 19, 19. So you get something like 19 Taurus. Whoa. Look at 19. It goes on like the 28th of the month. So you can see how like these outer planets, how we get subject to different things in life. If you got something like at 19 Capricorn, this would be trining you, or 19 Virgo, this would be making a nice trine. I don't always want to say negative. So you'll have like maybe Uranian surprise Earth. you do the combo. That's what astrology is. Like we look at what this is. Taurus is solid. Taurus is Venusian. Taurus is your stuff, your comforts. Is it you getting more comfort or less comfort? You getting more comfortable or less comfortable? Meaning square to that would probably be, or opposing it, maybe a direct conjunction. Conjunctions can go either way. They're just intense. But if you got a negative aspect, then it's not going to be as pleasant to ride at that degree. If you've got something in earth or in water, it would be make a much better. You'll get a trine or a sextile. Will be a much better aspect to that. So you can see the length of time certain things are, and you can use this as timing for the world of different things or your own timing. If you have something at certain degrees, you might want to wait here and there, or like go now, opportunities now, take it. Look, it's closing by the blah blah day. Do it. Okay, so Ephemeris. Get yourself an Ephemeris. You can have. I have. This is the online with this Sirius program. But I have a hard copy of it, and there's one that's from 1900 to 2000, another from 2000 to 2050. Those are the ones I have. You can get others, and if you want to look up birth dates or times or things in the last 100 years, you can look it up. But if you have a computer program, you can go back a long time or forward a long time. See, that's going to be 50 years from now or whatever. All right, I hope that helped, and this is a great tool. It's very kind of, I don't like to use the word scientific, but it's practical and it works, and we can look ahead hundreds of years or back hundreds of years and know how things are, how powerful and good is sometimes that good to know. Very good. All right, thanks for listening. We'll talk next time. Bye for now.